thank you for having me, and very good evening to your cherished listeners. Indeed, you know the Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism had been at the forefront of calling for a gun amnesty in this country. We believe that as a democracy, the rate of gun proliferation has gone beyond using our security agencies to do sweeps to be able to tackle it holistically. So when the Interior Minister came out with his presser today, we kind of agree with him because we see that it represents a critical step towards addressing some of these challenges, the proliferation of illicit firearms and reducing gun-related violence across the country. But we also identify some critical gaps, just like you mentioned. We thought that the ministry should have engaged key stakeholders.
Which is what I want to take you up on. When you tell us that they should have, presupposes there wasn't an engagement. How do you know that?
Well, more often than not, we are security players. If there were this kind of engagement, the media should know you don't do this kind of engagement in a vacuum. It should be something that you want the citizenry to own, because arms proliferation directly impacts on the citizens. So when we own the process, it means that we'll track the process. And if you look at amnesty across the world, especially in Africa where it is endemic, the processes are mostly community-led. It's not a top-down approach like the minister was talking about. So I can say on authority that there have not been any crowd community engagement. If there were, definitely the media, you would know, you have covered it, you have showcased it to the public, you have done this kind of awareness. You understand? Because we believe that our chiefs, our religious leaders, civil society organizations, and you know, at the local level, we have what we call the community policing committees. And more especially, our youth leaders, they are essential intermediaries who can translate government messaging into what? Community action. So if you leave them out, it kind of brings a critical gap where you would not get the response you are looking at. And don't forget, my sister, amnesty is not something you coerce people to do it. No. You build some kind of trust around the people to understand the impact of arms proliferation. And once that sinks down into them, it is easy to win their trust and they'll be willing to surrender their weapons willingly. If you look at another aspect, the Interior Ministry didn't also look at why communities or citizens are holding on to unregistered weapons or firearms. You see that we have some gaps in terms of our policing, our response time when crime do take place, especially in areas that crime is endemic. People all obey these weapons for their safety. So now, since these arms are turning to be a sort of danger to everybody, there is a need to make them understand and give them some form of assurances. This could be done through the policing by enhanced visibility or regional commanders or district commanders doing localized engagement and giving some form of assurances. And the communities should be able to see that there are corresponding guarantees of improved security. And you see, this kind of perceptions significantly reduce voluntary compliance. So that's another gap we identified. So we recommended that amnesty initiatives should be paired with concrete, visible commitment from the Ghana Police Service to enhance community policing increase police visibility at high-risk areas, and establish rapid mechanisms to address security concerns. Do you think that, my sister, if these guarantees are given to the people, they will not be buy into the whole idea of arms amnesty? We don't use threats. Threats have never worked.
Right.
It rather keeps the people off to be suspicious of the process.
So Kotin, I mean, just to be clear, there are no threats here, right? The minister's just made an announcement, look, deliver those firearms, because if they find out, the law would have to take its course. That's not a threat, is it?
But I listened to my brother, the commissioner at the small arms, when he mentioned that after the amnesty period and the arrest, return you to and so on. If it was that easy to do shifts and take these weapons out from the people, I think we would have done that. It has gone beyond some of these things. And what government or my good brother, the Interior Minister, and his team failed to realize is that there must be process transparency and public confidence.
I see. Kotin, I've got news for you, and I have a few minutes, so I want us to do as much as possible. I've got news for you. We're just hearing from the Small Arms Commission that indeed community engagements are ongoing and continue, they have started and are ongoing at this time. So I guess, we can rest the matter of community engagement. What I want you to tackle for me is the fact that, look, we are going through this process again in nearly a decade after the first one in 2016, right?
Yes.
Gun amnesty in itself cannot deal with the problem of proliferation of small arms in the country. What else would you expect alongside the 6-week amnesty period to ensure that, look, the impact of the amnesty is long-lasting?
You see, given the scale at the moment, the starting point is the arms amnesty that the ministry is coming out with. I'm happy that they are saying that they have started community engagement. But my sister, community engagement is not done in a vacuum. The media should be involved and they will champion it. Community engagement benefits who? Is it not the people? As a security player, I think I'm not even aware that community engagements of this nature are going. Beyond the armed amnesty, like you mentioned, I think that the commission should be transitioned into an authority. And we have made this call on countless occasions. So I want to use your medium to appeal to Parliament as a matter of agency to look at the legal framework and kind of pass the laws and transition the commission into an authority. Then they can have prosecutorial powers. And when they are transitioning into an authority, some resources can be voted to. They can have district offices across the country. Then they can have an action plan in tackling some of these things, especially how these weapons move from the cities to the rural areas. Don't forget, the conflicts we have in this country, the underlying current is this small, the proliferation of these arms in the hands of the civilians. And you know that the conflicts in this country have become one too many. It is not chieftaincy, it is ethnic or it is land. And because they have easy access to arms. So I want the government to see arms proliferation as an existential threat, just like we are tackling galamsey. Otherwise, we will not all be saved in our homes, unfortunately.
Emmanuel Kotin, Executive Director, Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism. Thank you so much for your time tonight. We appreciate it always.